Hello friends, welcome back. So in this step we are going to see how you can handle the failure of the microservices. So we must know like microservices must be reliable, because there can be n number of microservices which will be dependent on each other. So and they communicate with each other, so it should not happen like if the one of the microservices is get down, the all the microservices should fall down. So if you go to the Spring site, so they basically the falling down and the fault concepts is basically it's based upon the circuit breaker. So circuit breaker is a basically it's a algorithm, or it's a pattern, you can say, by which you can handle the fault of the microservices. So if you see here, like the circuit breaker is a process of applying circuit to potentially falling method calls by using the Netflix Hastrix fault tolerance library. So using the Hastrix, we are going to handle the fault. We are going to fault tolerance using the Hastrix library. So if you see here, if you go to this Hastrix client, so this Netflix or Spring Cloud is giving the definition like the Hastrix is a library that implements the circuit breaker pattern. Okay, so it's a if you see the example of this, there are multiple microservices are running, correct? Service A, service B, service C, D and E, and this is the client using the browser or using the mobile calling these microservices. So it's coming via the API gateway. API gateway is calling the service A, it's taking the output from the service A and it's calling the service B. It's taking the output from service B and it may call the service D, E or C. So suppose the service B goes down. Okay, so it should not cascade this down to other microservices, right? So if the service B goes down, okay, it should have a fault tolerance. Our microservices architecture should be tolerable if one of the services goes down, right? So how will we implement this using the fault tolerant? Using the Hastrix library, we will be seeing in this step. So if you see here, basically the Spring Cloud is giving the library, this is Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Hastrix library, that we need to add this dependency, right? Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Hastrix. So let's quickly go to the our code project where we have given the example of limit service. Okay, and this limit service is basically returning the minimum and the maximum limit. So if you will see how, or if one of the API service is calling the another microservices and if it goes down, how you will implement the fault tolerant using the Hastrix, how you will be getting the something else, that is your overflow of the microservices should not goes down, right? So first thing, go to the pom.xml and add the dependency jar, right? So come here and add here our Netflix dependency jar, control C and then control V, and here instead of us add Netflix Hastrix. That's it. And thereafter adding this, okay, you need to go to the main class and you will have to enable the Hastrix, right? So here enable Hastrix. That's it. Okay, now come to the our controller. Okay, so we have a now limit service application, right? So let's implement the another limit service API, REST API, okay, where will show the example how you can handle the fault tolerance, how you can handle. So instead of retrieve limit configuration, so put the another method name, retrieve limit exchange configuration, and limit service put here Hastrix. Okay, so our endpoint did this and the method name is this, and suppose this method, okay, this method is calling the another microservices API using the REST template or using the FEN client, and it's returning some error. Okay, it's giving the runtime exception. So I'm directly giving the runtime exception here. So let's say I'm giving runtime exception here. Okay, sorry, throw run time exception, right? And here put some exception here, service error exception. Okay, yeah, so we can throw runtime exception, okay. So let's control 1 new keyword, right? Throw new and runtime exception. Okay, now execute this limit service. Okay, and we will see this, we will execute this endpoint and we will see I will getting the error. So once we are getting the error, how can you maintain a fault tolerance so that it should not cascade the error and should not have an impact on the other microservice, right? So let's go there and execute localhost. Let's first execute this limit service. Okay, yeah, and thereafter, okay, let it executed. It's not executed yet. Yeah, now it seems it is executed. So if you refresh this, the limit service is returning this minimum and the maximum limit. So we are calling this endpoint. So now the one which we have created the new endpoint. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, control C. So in while calling this REST API, okay, we will be returning the service error exception, because as I explained you, assume this method is calling the other microservices REST API using the REST template or the FEN client. Okay, and we are getting the error. So but we don't want to return the error, so we want to be the fault tolerant, right? So let's go there. Okay, and here implement this one, calling the REST API. So if you are getting the service error exception, but we don't want this the service error exception, we want like our microservices should be reliable. Okay, it should return something. If this limit service Hystrix API is failed somewhere because of some other microservices, okay, or some other kind of exception, like the network error, or the service goes down, or any internal error, or the network slowness error. So because of that, it should not fall down, or it should behave as it was working. So instead of, suppose we were assuming like this should return the minimum and the maximum latent, but it's down, so it's not returning. So how will you do this, right? So for that, okay, the Spring is giving the fallback method. So Hystrix annotation command we can use to handle that, right? So how will you handle? So let's implement this. Okay, so suppose what you want, okay, if this service goes down, we want the fallback method. So what we need to write here, we need to write the fallback method for each API that you want to handle the fault. You want to make the fault tolerant, right? So how you need to write Hystrix command, right? And thereafter, okay, you need to make here the fallback method, right? So fallback method, okay, I'm giving the method name, let's see, I'm giving the method called reliable. reliable, right? So I want, like, if this method gets failed, I want to call the another method to return some value, right? So what I need to do, I will have to call this method. I am giving the method name, so public, okay, and I want to return the same configuration, okay, public, same configuration, and the method I want is reliable. Sorry, here it was reliable, right? Reliable, right? And thereafter, okay, I want this things get called, and I want return the minimum configuration. So I want to return this minimum as a 1 and maximum as a 1, right? That's it. So what I want, if I am calling this REST API and something is going wrong and it's returning any kind of exception, then the Hystrix command will catch that exception or error, and it will call the reliable method, and it will return the minimum and the maximum limit 1. So now save this. Okay, now it has got executed because we have used the dev tool, so it will pick the latest changes and it will compile accordingly. Come here, okay, and now go here. Since this is returning limit service Hystrix error, so now refresh this. Okay, still it's returning internal server error, fallback method was not found reliable. Okay, so somewhere we have missed something in a spelling. Fallback retrieval configuration, fallback method is equal to reliable fallback method. Let me come here, okay, and copy this reliable, Control C, and I think we have done some spelling mistake. Okay, so Control V, Control S, yeah, so I think some exception was coming, so let it started limit service, good, so it got started. Come to the controller, and sorry, here controller, and here reliable method will get called. Okay, now it should work, right? Limit configuration, so let's see if we are working fine. Yeah, see, now 1 is coming. Earlier the spelling mistake of fallback method was wrong here. Okay, so this is how you can implement the fault tolerance. So Hystrix command is basically configuring the fallback method. Okay, and whatever the method you are defining in a fallback method in a Hystrix command, that method will get called in case your API get failed. Okay, so this is all about this Hystrix library. So you can go through this, okay, and you can implement many more example and take the reference from the Cloud Spring IO website. Okay, and you can do all the calculate metrics and all, and you can implement these also. So how many message got failed, okay, how many message sent successfully, okay, how many hosting you are doing. So it will be return you all the dashboard. Okay, you can implement the dashboard also using the Hystrix library. Okay, and you can check this. So I have also taken the reference from here, so you can also take the reference and you can set up the microservices. So here you just need to only do the 2 steps. For you need to add the library in the pom.xml. You need to enable the Hystrix, and thereafter you can write the separate method, okay, to handle the fallback, and wherever if you want to handle the fault tolerant, you will have to use the Hystrix annotation command. So suppose here also you can use, right? So copy this and paste here. So if something goes wrong in the retrieve limit configuration, okay, the same reliable method will get called here. Okay, so that's all from this step. So that's all. Thanks for watching this. See you in the next step. Bye bye.